Let's begin with the key focus today, OneDrive. Clicking on it will load it. If the internet disconnects, it usually reconnects within a minute, or if I'm switching devices, so don't worry. The indicator shows it's reconnecting. It rarely disconnects completely. Here's my OneDrive with work files like diploma, course images, and educational materials. I organize them into folders. Let's create a new folder. When using OneDrive, remember every tool you open shows its name up here. For example, in Outlook, it showed its name in white. When switching to another tool like OneDrive, its name appears for organization. Let's take a look at my OneDrive. I have files related to work like diploma, course images, materials, lessons, and certificates. I usually organize them into folders. Create a new folder named New Folder. Using OneDrive, every tool shows its name up here. In Outlook or email, its name appeared in white. Switching tools like OneDrive, its name appears for organization. I need to use these tools in work. I'm creating a folder for our course to avoid confusion, naming the folder Microsoft to avoid mix-ups. New folder. Using OneDrive shows the tool name up here. In Outlook or email, it showed its name in white. This is for organization. Switching tools, like to OneDrive, shows its name for organization. I need to use these tools in my work. I'm creating a folder for our course to avoid confusion, naming the folder Microsoft to avoid mistakes. Here's the folder Microsoft. New folders are usually empty and have a blue icon. Usually this folder is. The very important thing we're currently discussing now is that I absolutely need to utilize these tools in my work. So what I'm definitely doing now is specifically creating a folder to work through our course just to avoid any confusion. I'm naming the folder Microsoft so that I don't mix things up or accidentally do something in the wrong place. Microsoft. New folders are usually empty or recently created and often have a little blue icon next to them. Usually this folder is relatively new. Notice the folder created yesterday named Notebooks and a folder named Microsoft created a few seconds ago. There are older folders from February and October 2019. New content has a blue icon indicating recent work. I'll enter the Microsoft folder, which is empty and organized. Zooming out reveals more columns. Columns like activity appear. Zooming out further shows the maximum view. This is the maximum view. It's relatively new, and you can see I have a folder created yesterday called Notebooks and a Microsoft folder created seconds ago. However, there are older folders from February and October 2019. All new content has a blue icon indicating recent work. I'm going into the Microsoft folder, which is empty and organized. Zooming out reveals more columns like activity. You can zoom out further for a maximum view. Zooming in won't lose information. You can view shared activity like this. My advice when working on cloud content is to have specific elements to work with students, like for example, all the new content has that little blue icon indicating that it's recent work. When I go into the Microsoft folder, it will be an empty folder for us, organized as you can see. If I zoom out a bit, there are additional columns that will show up. There are a number of columns up to here like activity. Of course, I can zoom out even more to see the maximum view. This is the maximum view. Now, if you zoom in, you won't lose anything because you know that after sharing activity, you can view it like this. You can zoom in and out for the folder that exists. My advice to you when dealing with your cloud while working here on creating content is to have specific elements you want to work with the students through, like for example, of course, it only goes up to the activity. So if you zoom in, you won't lose anything because you know that after sharing activity, you can view it like this. You can zoom in and out for the existing folder. My advice to you when dealing with your cloud while working here on creating content is to have specific elements you want to work with the students through, like for example, audio, image, video, PDF. These are 4 types of content to sort when handling courses and linking them to the cloud you're working with. I'm going to make a course folder, say course 1, or name it something like computer science. E.g., I can enter it. I can categorize the folders. Using the new option, I can add an image folder and I'll label it with 3 letters so I know it's an image. So I'll have IMG here. Then I can have a sound folder. I'll add a video folder as well. I prefer to use 3 letters to represent the video like VD. I'll write it in capital letters because I like to keep the abbreviations uppercase. I might add files to folders. For example, computer science, I label it 101, indicating the course number. This course is available and I can enter it. I categorize folders. From new, I create an image folder labeled with 3 letters. 3 letters indicate images. Next, I have a video folder. I use VIDI for video. I use uppercase for clarity. I add files to folders. I have sound, image, and video folders to organize my work. Where is my work? Let's see. I'll connect my external hard disk to access materials for sound, for example. I have a video folder, but I prefer to use 3 letters to represent the video. This is vid, for instance, but I'll write it in capital letters. I like to keep the abbreviations in uppercase for clarity. I might also add here the files that I can place in my folders. So I have folders for sound, images, and videos where I organize my work. Now, where is my work located? Come with me. Let's check the hard disk. Here it is. I'm going to connect it right now while I'm working with you so I can access a lot of materials from it. Let me plug it in and see what we have together. External hard disk. Come on, let's see if this hard disk is connected. Yes, I can see it clearly now. This is indeed the hard disk we were looking for. Let's take some things from it, specifically some stuff related to the university. Let's check for audio files or something that I want to use, for example, maybe some lectures or important recordings. Audio files are in backup disk, projects, sound folders. Some relate to hard disk backup project faces, sound faces. Here I find here in sound. DV image, for example, in sound, I can find here. Sound here in sound. There might be something related to the course, like an overview. Let's listen. Regarding electronic courses, I can find content-specific audio files related to computer components. I upload explanations to the cloud and check their size. They are small audio files. As files increase or grow, sort by size. There are many criteria to view, arrange, or classify them. I find audio files related to computer components and upload explanations to the cloud. The files are small, just a brief historical overview. As files grow, sort by size to see their actual size. Check here to see how large they are. Use criteria to view, arrange, or classify files, even by audio length. I've selected simple things like name, title, and album. The author might differ in each file. All data is in the file properties. As files grow, sort them by size to see their actual size. Check here to see file sizes. Use various criteria to view or classify files, including audio length. I've chosen simple details like name, title, and album for this audio file. The author might differ in each file. All data is in file properties. Data includes size, for example. Size will increase, and I can add a size column. The largest file is 54, 2.5 MB, large for audio files. It mentions the sound card, a component for inputs. I want to check in the chat to ensure you hear the audio. The files, even the length of the audio file itself, everything. Okay? Of course, he chose a number of things, but simple, which are the name, the title, and the album, because this is an audio file. It could be in the author. The author could be registered in each audio file that is different from the other. All of this data is registered in the properties of the file. All right, all the data, as you can see here, includes size, for example. Yes, the size will increase, and I can add a column here for size. The largest file here is 54, which is 2.5 MB, considered large for audio files. Now here it talks about the sound card, which is a component that facilitates the inputs. By the way, I just want to check with you in the chat to make sure you can hear the audio I'm playing. Can you confirm that I'm taking these large files? Yes, Dr. Mohammed Mustafa, the sound is clear. Great. When I play audio here, it transmits to you. Now I'll take some of these large files, all 34 MB. Regarding my cloud's audio section, I'm going into the sound folder for audio files. Drag and drop 18 files into the sound folder. It's at the top. There's sound in the blue cloud. OneDrive. I'm reassured I'm in the right place. My cloud has an audio section. I'm entering the sound folder. It's simple. Drag and drop 18 files into the folder. You might wonder why you can't see it. It's at the top, titled Sound in OneDrive. To be certain, go to a spot you can't miss. Don't hesitate to transfer course media. It's here without issue. With drag and drop, upload 18 files into the sound folder. You double-clicked. You might wonder why you can't see it. It's at the top, with the title Sound in the blue cloud, OneDrive. To be sure, go to a place you can't miss. I'm working on Microsoft Computer 101. You might not see it because I downloaded it earlier, but it's up here. Now I need to transfer my audio files all at once. The sound folder will upload as needed. I did the drag and drop, and it shows uploading at the top. It's actively uploading 18 items. I'm still working on Microsoft Computer 101. You might not see it now, but it's up here. Don't hesitate to transfer course media. It's here. No problem. I need to transfer my audio files at once. I've recorded audio, ready to drag and drop. The sound folder will upload. I dragged and dropped. Now it shows uploading. You might not see it, but it's working. It's actively uploading 18 items. What matters now is transferring my audio files all at once. I've recorded audio and I'm ready to drag and drop it into the right place. The sound folder will upload in its own time. After dragging and dropping, it shows uploading at the top. You might not see it, but it's working. It's actively uploading. 18 items. You can click to see which files are uploading and which aren't, keeping everything organized. These audio files will be linked to Blackboard from the Microsoft Cloud. Uploading 18. It's uploading now. All right, I wanted to finish quickly while it's uploading. By the grace of God, it should be done soon. You could click on it while it's running, and it would show you on the side which files are being uploaded and which ones are not, just to keep everything organized. So these are audio files that we will first work with and then link them to Blackboard from the Microsoft Cloud. Initially, this is an audio file, and I'm going to categorize them by size. First the large ones and then the small ones. I want to take something that has content. So I have this audio, and it works directly with the sound card. The sound card is a component that facilitates audio inputs and outputs to the device.
You can't see the internal components of the sound card in your computer unless you open the device. If you don't have a sound card, you won't be able to hear the sounds produced by your computer. Most users prefer to have a sound card that supports the latest features.
When a personal computer is described as a multimedia PC, it includes a multifunction sound card. Right now you can click on X here, or you can back out, whatever you prefer. For example, I have an audio file here that I just created, which is 54. All right, let's see how we can work with this audio file. Basically, I can select this file, I can download it, I can copy the link, or I can share the file like this, or even potentially in other ways.